fundamentally we've seen a big inflection, right, in the way startups get funded, in the technologies it takes to build a viable startup, in how much effort and assets you need to build something that's of substance, right? More recently, you're able to build reasonably scalable, very valuable, productive, utilitarian kind of products that you can bring to market from basically incubation all the way to market in very limited amount of time and money, right? As compared to even 5-6 years ago. 5-6 years ago, without the benefit of cloud, you needed to buy all your hardware from scratch. You needed to have big teams because you didn't have the platforms on which you could build products. Now you have SaaS platforms out there that give you a lot of functionality on day one. For instance, if you're building a mobile app, you have backend as a service. You have a whole bunch of APIs readily available to you, right? And you just basically build the core functionality of your app. And so, really we are starting to see very lean teams that are much more dependent on design, much less on long gestation periods of engineering. You're starting to see platforms that are available for monetization, i.e. I can now sell in the App Store. Think about it. Before, as an individual user, there was no way an individual user could sell to the globe without shipping a product, without picking up a phone, without taking a credit card, without having to deposit a check to everybody on this planet. You can do that from the Google Store, from the Microsoft Store, from the Apple Store today, right? And they give you massive distribution across the entire planet, which was impossible even 3 years ago, before kind of the iPhone and the iStore came into being, right? And there's zero cost to entry. Guess what? You just have to submit your app, and then it's a democratic process of which ones kind of bubble up to the top and win. And it's not like somebody has to pay $10,000 to get into the store. You don't have to buy any assets, you don't have to rent any space, nothing. You're there day one on the storefront of the world, right? And you're commerce ready and ready to take cash. So that's, I think, a huge new inflection that we've seen, right, in the way people think. Added to that, we've also seen new methodologies in the way people build products. The MVP approach to things, right? The agile team, the lean approach to building a team and getting out there. Those have again given rise to very, very fast cycles, and where you can get to a very viable, substantive product very quickly. So I think, in the future we're going to see more of this. We're going to see more modular development where people build best of breed features and release them, and they're mashed up in the environment, right, in the platform, in the cloud. And so that's going to be very, very empowering to the small ISV and the individual developer even the individual founder, right? And increasingly you're going to see a lot of smart money, a lot of early angel funds be sufficient to build a very substantive company. You may not need the tens of millions of dollars of VC funding that it took even 5 years ago to build a $100 million company. Companies like Instagram and all were substantially built with millions and millions of users with almost zero cash, right? And the whole distribution model allows you to go viral, acquire hundreds of millions of users in a way that you were never able to do before. So I think, that's why bootstrapping is in vogue, because it's what works now. It's what you can do viably for a big segment of the opportunities out there, which is you don't need a lot of cash, you actually need great ideas, you need a few great people, a small team can build an excellent product, and there are platforms for distribution, and there's ways to monetize. That's the fundamental reason why bootstrapping is in vogue.